On this episode, we'll talk about tips on the pre-op diet. We'll talk about if my book on the gastric sleeve will help a gastric bypass patient, and we'll talk about eating spicy food with your sleeve. Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Alvarez with Endobariatric.com, and welcome to episode 94 of the AskDrA show. Thank you so much for submitting this week's questions. Again, two ways, hashtag AskDrA. People, if you do not place the hashtag AskDrA, there's no way we can pick up those questions. So place the hashtag AskDrA or through my Snapchat account.
Any pre-op liquid diet tips or recommendations?
Tips on the pre-op diet. I get it all the time on my Snapchat. Dr. A, my doctor is asking me to do this. It's telling me to do this other. Should I do this? Can I change this? My tip, my take-home message is follow your doctor's guidelines. There are several benefits out of this. Number one is your doctor has her own plan. You got to stick to that. That's number one. Number two is all the goals of all these diets. The main goal is to make you lose a little bit of weight, so that weight comes out from your visceral fat, mainly your liver. Because since we're doing this procedure, minimally invasive, tiny incisions, we go in with the little instruments, the camera. We do not have enough space if you do not do this liquid diet. So please follow the guidelines. It's very important to craft this new stomach for you. Otherwise, it just makes it difficult. Surgery takes longer. We manipulate a lot more those tissues. The recovery is rougher. I mean, it's a win-win-win situation. And then there's another extra benefit that if you do this pre-op diet, it's normally a low calorie diet, and sometimes based on liquids, you're ready for what's to follow, doing the clear liquids, full liquids, soft food, regular food phases. So your brain, your mind, your mental status is already ready for what's to come.
Will the food principles in your book, Successful Weight Loss with the Gastric Sleeve, still work with bypass patients?
Successful Weight Loss with a Gastric Sleeve is my book, and you can find it on Amazon, and along with some other books. We've got 5 books published. Will this book, written for the sleeve, will those principles help a gastric bypass patient? The answer is yes, it will. So it is designed, of course, and I totally believe on the gastric sleeve. It's the procedure of my choice. It's the only procedure I do, but those principles in that book can apply for a gastric bypass patient.
Should I avoid spicy food after my sleeve?
Should you avoid spicy food? The answer is yes. So there are some types of food that may irritate or get that sleeve swollen. Spicy food is one of them. Alcohol is another one. Caffeine is another one. Skipping meals also is very bad. Smoking also irritates your sleeve. So all these issues, but one of these that I mentioned is spicy food. It doesn't mean you can't have it ever, but just don't abuse it. Otherwise, it will trigger some gastritis, some inflammation of that inner layer of your stomach. So you want to avoid that. All right, so that is it for episode 94 of the Ask Dr. A show. Thank you so much. And question of the week is, did you have to do a pre-op diet? Did you have to? For how long? Answers down below. Oh, big favor. If you find the show useful, I only ask one thing. The show is free. All this content is free for you. I just asked you to pay it forward. Share it on a group on Facebook. Share it with a friend or family member. Thank you so much. I'm Dr. Alvarez with endobariatric.com, where we are changing lives one sleeve at a time. Take care and God bless. Bye-bye.